So if you're losing in an options position where one of your strikes is breach, I'm going to show you what to do and how to manage this overall position. So we're live in my account here with a Tesla strangle, which you can see here at the bottom. We've got the 220 put and the 240 call. The current price of Tesla is sitting at $212. So we are down on this position. You can see by the unrealized P&L, I'm down $754. We are up $127 on the day because Tesla is slightly up by 1-2%. But you can see here that my put strike has been breached, i.e. that the current price at 212 is below 220. So what do we do in this type of situation when this happens? Now, we could roll this position further out in time, adjust our strikes, all these kind of good things. But we've got the December 15th expiration, and where I'm shooting this video on the 10th of November. So we've still got some time, and I like to roll my positions 21 days before expiration. But there's things we can do to bring in premium, and that premium can be added to your overall break evens from a put side perspective. So just to set a little context, if I was to close this strangle, it would cost me $1,900 on 1,926. Now, I've collected throughout this whole trade of Tesla about $1,600. So if I was to close this position, I would be out of pocket by $300. That is not the plan. I'm not planning on getting out of this position. It might take me a few more months to get this thing in a better position. But overall, what I'm looking to do is bring more premium. So that's 1,600. I'm going to look to add $150 in this video to that trade, which again will lower down the break even. So how do we do that? Now, the way we do that, instinctively, what you're thinking of doing here is I need to move my put. We're not going to touch the put. The put stays where it is until 21 days, and we'll roll this position out into the January cycle, and hopefully we can utilize the premium we've collected or premium we're going to get for the roll to move our put strike in a more favorable position, i.e. move it down closer to the current price. What we are going to do is we've got this call, this 240 call. Now, if you think about it, this 240 call is not really doing much for us because it's quite out the money. We're testing at 212. So what we're going to do, we're going to move that call and bring it closer to the money. Now, why would we do that? There are two reasons why we would do that. The first reason is to bring in more premium, like I said, because you're taking a further out the money strike and bringing it closer to at the money. So therefore, we're going to close this position and sell to open a new position. And we'll do that in a second in this video. That's the first reason why we do that, bring in that premium. The second reason why we would do that is to lower our delta to neutralize the overall delta in this position. And delta is basically your risk exposure. So if I can increase the delta on the call side, that will reduce the risk on the downside if and when Tesla starts to fall. And that will lower the volatility in my daily P&L swings. And effectively, it cushions the blow slightly because of the increase in delta on the call side. So we'll look at all of that. And we'll do that right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to select the call. And this brings up the information for the call. So the call is worth $345. It's down for the day only because Tesla is slightly up. So if we hit roll, and if we go to December the 15th, and we scroll up here, you see the 240 call. That is what we're going to buy back for around $350. And we can see here it's got a delta of 21. So what we can do, we can be quite aggressive and go to the 230, which you can see at the bottom would be an additional credit of $2.25 or $225. Or we could be a little bit more safe and roll to the 235 and get $97. Now, if you look at the delta impact is I'm going to increase my deltas by what, about 5 from 21 to 26. Or I can go from 21 to 31 and increase my deltas by 10. Now, a lot of this, again, will come into assumption is, do I think Tesla's going to rise? Do I think this? Do I think that? All of those different things. Now, the right move, in my personal view, is to put this to 230. And when I was thinking about doing this video, I was going to move it to 235, but I'm going to move it to 230 because I know at 21 days, is Tesla going to be between 220 and 230? Either way, I want Tesla to go up because my put's in trouble. So I want to capture as much premium as I can, so then I can use that premium as a potential debit at 21 days. So we're going to roll this from 240. We got it filled at $2.22 for the sake of this video. I don't really want to sit around and wait for this thing to be showed, but let's recap very quickly what we've just done here. We have brought in an additional $222 of credit. So now my break even, let's say, was $1,600, one contract. So that's a $16 break even I have on the put side. We just added $2.25 of additional break even on our put side, which, if you think about it, with Tesla trading at 212, Tesla was already inside our break even zone. So even though we're down on the position, and as you saw, when we could have sold the whole position for minus $300 loss. And the reason why it's not as bad is because of that break even. If you had to map it out, and I've got examples of illustrations of me managing positions on this. And again, secondly, my deltas, I moved it from 21 to 31. So again, I'm neutralizing that put delta that I've currently got at the moment. So I really hope you found this video useful. If you guys want to learn how to manage positions, how to pick the right strike prices, strategy selection, again, I would strongly encourage you guys to either subscribe, we've got a lot of free content, or if you want to learn how to become a profitable trader faster, then again, I strongly suggest that you have a look at my one-to-one coaching, where we jump on Zoom calls, Google Meet calls, and we go through all this stuff in a lot of detail, defining your portfolio goals and making you become a profitable trader as quick as we possibly can. So hope you've enjoyed this video. Comment down below, and I shall see you guys in the next one.